Hello, friends. Welcome back to our quick credit series. If the last episode was about creating the opportunity for a great credit score by managing utilization, this episode is about discipline required to keep it, right? We're talking about the biggest factor in your credit score, the 35% rule. Payment history. Plus, we're covering a savvy strategy that I used to get my credit limit into a 5-figure range without taking constant credit hits. First, let's address my recent credit moves, right? Which are a lesson in a person of preference and knowing when to separate your personal and business credit, okay? I mentioned in my last episode I had a few cards. I quickly canceled the Capital One because the limit was too low, and I later canceled the American National Bank or A and B card because I simply disliked their mobile app and the digital experience was just it felt too non-modernized, right? So neither of those cancellations really hurt my score and I was fine with them, It wasn't like a severe damage. Now, a word of cautiousness, right? While my strategy was effective, I'll be honest, it was strategic in a way, but it was also impulsive. And now it makes sense why I was impulsive, because I was hyper fixated on getting my credit score to the highest that it can possibly can. Right now it's 808, as you guys saw. I think was the ADHD was just like, I didn't know at that time, but I got later diagnosed with ADHD, I think last year, something like that. So I don't recommend opening that many cards that fast for everyone. Slow and steady is usually safer. But here's where things got strategic, right? I opened a business credit card with American Express. Crucially, I used my business EIN, not my personal social security number. The result, I was immediately approved for $2,500 instantly. Yes, I did put my social security number for the application, so there is like a collateral, something along those lines, but it was a business credit card. I was approved for the $25,000 instantly. That card had no impact on my personal credit report or any personal credit utilization, completely separating my business finances from my personal score, right? 6 months later, I requested a credit limit increase on that business card and was approved for a massive $50,000, okay? The lesson, business credit is different ballgame and is a powerful tool for growth once you have established your personal foundations. Before you chase high limits or rewards, you must master the single most important factor, payment history. It accounts for a whopping 35% of your FICO score. The rule is simple yet non-negotiable. Never ever miss a single payment. You've seen people, they miss one car payment and their way that their credit score dwindles and it's like, disastrous. A payment that is 30 days late can drop a good credit score by 50 to 100 points. If you're following my method by paying the full statement balance to avoid any riba, interest, blah, 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 you're automatically building a perfect payment history. So my personal use right now, my personal credit limit is about 21,000, and my business credit limit is 50,000. I'm good. I actively use Apple Card and Discover Card for my daily purchases, but because their point rewards is good and the cashback is good, right? And I use my American Express for flights and travels and stuff like that, and their rewards are fantastic for travel points. So every single payment, whether it's 10 or 1,000, is paid on time every time. That is the bedrock of a strong credit score. Okay, credit history. Now let's talk about the key to getting high limits without crushing your score: credit limit increases, or CLIs. Okay, this is far better strategy than constantly applying for new cards. My goal, so ask for a credit limit increase when the bank they're going to use a soft inquiry, so no damage really happens, instead of a hard inquiry which temporarily dings your score. Major credit card companies including American Express, Discover, and FNB will allow you to request like a credit limit increase with just a soft pull on your credit. So wait about 6 to 12 months, because that's the time frame they allow it anyways. Don't ask immediately. Give the bank time to see consistent perfect payment history. That is 35% factor, okay? Use the card, but not too much. Banks wants to see your need a higher credit limit, but not that you're maxing out. Do not max out your credit cards. Use the card regularly, but keep that utilization ratio low, ideally under 10%. Request online. Many banks have their CLI forms online. This is the best way to ensure it is processed as a soft pull. So know your bank. For example, Amex often has a rule where you can request request an increase every 6 months. And sometimes they generously actually increase your card without you asking. Discover does that occasionally. So they're generous with approvals if you've used the card well. Now, to wrap up my personal credit strategy, it's all about quality over quantity. High credit limits, which is the 21,000 personal, 15 business for low utilization, a perfect payment history, which is 35%, right, of your total credit score with the FICO. So I only use the cards that give me the most and best rewards. In our next and final episode, we can tie everything together by discussing the remaining factor in your credit score, so credit age and credit mix, and create a comprehensive action plan for you to maintain a top tier credit score. So be sure to go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share. Have you successfully requested a credit limit increase lately? What was your winning strategy, if you had any? See you next time.